What's happening, boys? Welcome to the channel. Today I just got a little list for you guys, simple and plain. A few fighters that I like and dislike. Just saying, if they're fighting, obviously if I like them, I'm gonna cheer for them, and if I don't like them, I'm not gonna cheer for them. And like you can see, I got a few on the screen, but I got a few people that are, not in the UFC anymore, and then a few more current day fighters. So with that being said, let's get into it.
Flyweight champion. He's the one and only Brandon Moreno. Kind enough to join us. There he is. Brandon, what do you think this is?
Brandon Moreno, man. Dude, I fucking love Brandon Moreno. Man, I remember when I first got into the UFC, I think it was around 2016 is when he started, and that's when I started watching as well. And I want to say he'd submitted Louis Samolka, if that's how you say his name. I can't fucking remember. But, man, fucking Brandon Moreno, I love this dude. Just a stand-up guy. I mean, how can you not like somebody like Brandon Moreno? Just a nice dude. And a hell of a fighter as well. I mean, beating people like Figgy, who we see where Figgy's at now. He's doing really, really well in the bantamweight division. So, and then beating guys like Kai Kara France, who just knocked out Steve Erceg in the first round. And guys like Brandon Royval, I mean, who he also is lost to, but still. The one thing I am concerned about with him is the time he's taken off. I don't want him to get that, the Izzy treatment where he comes back and he looks kind of good, but he's just not the same. But I don't really know. I mean, I think he has all the talent to hang, but whenever he does come back, he really, really needs a win. I mean, this dude needs a win. But with that being said, let's get on to the next one.
You're going to see on that night, but the point is I have faced people similar to your style and similar to your skeleton. People that switch stance, people that are faster than you, people that mix takedowns in.
All right, man, I'm done talking to you.
You can't be done talking to me. You're right here facing me, dummy. You got to talk to me. You have no choice. You got nowhere to go. Keep talking.
My fucking God, I hate TJ Dillashaw, man. This dude, oh my God, I cannot fucking stand him. Ugh. I love that clip, though, of fucking Dominic Cruz just destroying him in the beginning. But, man, if you like this guy, just go ahead and click off the channel. I'm not even going to ask for you to sub. Just go ahead and click off the channel. I don't even want to hear your opinion. Fucking TJ Dillashaw, man. I mean, what can I say about this guy? Just a fucking cheater, for one. I mean, blatantly as well. And, I mean, he's kind of a fucking idiot, for real. Doesn't know how to talk. God, I don't even know what to say about TJ Dillashaw right now, man. I just fucking hate this dude. And he also he beat Sandhagen somehow. That, I don't even know. I watched that whole fight multiple times. Sandhagen won that fight. I don't know what the judges were watching. I don't understand it. To be fair, I don't think Sandhagen would have won against Aljamain Sterling either, but TJ Dillashaw was not the choice. But yeah, all around, just fuck TJ Dillashaw. I'm so glad this dude is not in the UFC anymore. But let's get on to the next one.
I was really little growing up too. I was supposed to be 5'2". The doctor told me my whole life. Yeah.
And you beat it?
I beat it, man.
Fuck yeah, dog.
Yeah, fuck. Thank you.
That's awesome. Nick was premature baby, man. He's doing great.
Damn, nice, Nick.
So we got a lot of comeback kids up in here, baby. That's what's up.
My boy, Corey Sandhagen, man. Dude, I fucking love Corey Sandhagen. Kind of upset to talk about this because, with the Umar fight, I chose Corey to win, but, we're not going to talk about that today. Man, I think, not only is Corey, one hell of a fighter, I think he's just, a chill-ass dude. He seems like the type of dude you could just hang out with. And, I mean, he's just, fucking a humble dude, man. I mean, he takes his losses on his shoulder, and, it's not like Dustin Poirier who's going to be fucking complaining about a loss and, being a sore loser about it. I mean, he takes it on the chin, and, he learns from it. And, that's a stand-up fighter. That's respect right there. I mean, I could go on and on about Corey Sandhagen. Everyone's like, oh, you're dick riding Sandhagen. Yeah, maybe I am. I fucking love this dude. But if I gotta see him lose again, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Now, this next one might be a little unpopular, but I don't like this guy. I love watching him lose. His downfall's great. Let's get on to it.
Hanging with the boys. Hanging with the boys. Hanging with the boys.
Fucking Cody motherfucking Garbrandt, man. Mr. One-Hit Wonder himself. My God. I don't know why. I don't know what it is actually about this dude. I don't like him. I do not like him. I think he looks like a fucking idiot, and he fucking talks like a fucking idiot. I mean, he can fight. He's got good hands, but man, this dude's fucking chinny. He is chinny as fuck. But, I mean, I don't mind. Like I said, I really like watching him lose. The only fight I really didn't like watching him lose was to Dillashaw, because I really, really don't like Dillashaw. But, I mean, fuck this guy, too. Fuck them both. I'm glad they're both have fallen off. Especially him. I mean, he is on a downward, just lost. Who did he lose? It was Figgy, actually, he lost to. And, yeah, it's not looking so good for this guy. He's going to need a few bounce-back wins to get to that, to where he was, to the belt again, but that's not happening, let's be real. I mean, I don't know how old he is. He's probably up there. He's probably getting to, 35. It's just not happening. He should probably just go ahead and call it quits. I mean, he had his time. He had his, his moment against Cruz, and that was it. Ever since that, I mean, he just fell off. It was almost like Dillashaw just got to him. I don't know, but on to the next one.
I'm going out there to prove that.
You're going out to prove I'm the best?
That I'm the best.
You're going out there to fool yourself.
It's all right, man. I don't know why you got to be so mean, man. This guy's so mean.
Nah, this one's kind of like an easy pickings. I mean, if you don't like Wonderboy, what the hell, man? I mean, this dude's just a stand-up guy. I mean, it's pretty easy to explain. He's literally the nicest guy in the UFC. Probably the nicest guy the UFC's ever seen and ever will see. He's just a stand-up dude. I mean, great guy. Not really much more I can say, but kind of falling off a little bit. He's kind of on a downward trajectory. He needs a big win. He's got a big fight coming up against, what's his face? Joaquin Buckley. That's what it is. He's fighting Joaquin Buckley. That's a good fight. I don't think he wins that fight, but you never know. I mean, we'll see when it happens, but yeah, kind of falling off just a little bit. I mean, he had that one fight with Shavkat. Everyone knew he wasn't going to win that, but yeah, we'll see if he can bounce back. I mean, obviously, I'll be rooting for him. This is kind of a weird one because it's not one of those where I'm, devastated where he loses. If it's Sandhagen, I'm pretty upset, but I mean, it's Wonderboy. You never want to see Wonderboy lose or especially get, knocked out or submitted or something.
You wrap the belt around him. If you do, he's going to smack you in the head with it. What's your comments on that?
Good luck with that. Good luck with that. He's a big mouth fucking idiot.
Look at it right now. Boom.
Oh, yeah.
The big mouth fucking idiot himself. Oh my, man. Colby fucking Covington. I know Bedtime MMA is going to be upset about this one, but dude, I cannot stand this guy. For one, I think he's overrated. I think he's always been overrated. I mean, yeah, I'll give it to him. He's got pretty good cardio, but I mean, where's that going to take you? It's like some Marlon Vera shit. You can have great cardio and just be a punching bag. I don't this dude's best win is RDA, and an older RDA at that. I mean, he's not championship worthy. He's got tons of fans for some reason. He's all talk. He's all talk, and he just stands around, especially in that Leon fight. It was not good. I mean, that was a snooze fest. I wouldn't say I'm a hardcore fan, but I watch almost every card, and that was the one I fell asleep during. I mean, specifically the main event, I was out. I think I made it through half of the first round. I mean, it was a snooze fest. It was so fucking boring. And with all the talk he was doing, I mean, talking about Leon's dad and stuff, yeah, I just thought he was actually going to show up and do something for the fight, but, classic Colby shit. But, this next guy, he actually beat Colby Covington, and that's the reason why I really fuck with him. I mean, I really miss this dude as champion. He was great. But let's get on to it.
In water.
Hey, this is one
What
thing.
have you
This is
done?
one thing you never seen from me. I ain't backing up. You hit me, I'm still coming. And I'm coming all night long, T Wood. Please don't back up.
Brother.
Don't back up,
Brother.
my man.
And of all the superlatives,
I'm coming all night long, T-Wood. Don't back up. Don't back up. Man, I fucking miss this dude as champ, man. I mean, at the time, when Leon knocked this dude out, I think everybody was excited. I mean, that was a crazy clip. That was one of the craziest knockouts in UFC history. But, man, I mean, Usman was 100 times better as the champion compared to Leon. And probably compared to Bilal Muhammad now as well. But, man, this dude was a marauder. Literally, he just fucked people up. And, I mean, I think we all took it for granted, man. I mean, Usman in his prime one of the best welterweights of all time, if not the. I mean, he's probably up there with, GSP. But I think, personally, I think he's right under. But, man, Kamaru Usman, he just had the power, the wrestling. I mean, dominating people, actually dominating. I mean, that Masvidal knockout was ridiculous. And yeah, man, I kind of miss Usman, man. I mean, we probably won't see him as a welterweight champion again. I don't know if we'll ever see him as champ again, sadly. But, we'll probably get a few more good fights out of him. But we'll see. Let's move on to the next one.
Question for you. Why don't you guys like fucking Cheeto? He's a fucking warrior. He's a stand-up guy. This top G over here, motherfucker with a status, trying to let dudes fuck his wife.
Again, probably another unpopular opinion, but I'm not a huge Sugar Show fan, man. I mean, listen, Sean O'Malley is flashy as fuck. I mean, his fighting style, it definitely shines, but I just don't, he just seems like a little pipsqueak in the words of Bedtime MMA. I mean, he really is, bro. He just seems like a little punk. I don't know, man. I can't explain it. When I think of champion, I think of, fucking guys like John Jones, Stipe, DC, fucking men, dude. And then I look at this guy and I'm like, what is this? What is this? I mean, it's just how he acts, man. He just seems like a little bitch. He seems like the kid in school that, is just always complaining or crying when you tag him, when you're playing tag or something. That's who Sean O'Malley is. And not only that, this dude's a fucking cuck. This dude's an open cuck. And I know for some people that probably doesn't matter, but for me, I mean, you are a UFC champion, bro. You are the epitome of, the man. Nobody can fuck with you. And you're just feeding people ammo to fuck with you. But let's move on.
And Bilal Muhammad, two of the better pound-for-pound fighters in the world today.
With all the clinch and the grab.
Alex Pereira, man. I mean, where do you even start with this guy? It's almost hard not to like him because he fights so much. I mean, he's on every, third card. It's crazy. Now, here's the thing about Alex Pereira. I like watching Alex Pereira. I think, obviously his fights are entertaining as fuck. They barely go out the first round. But his fan base is I can't, bro. I can't deal with him. Shama. Shama. Shut the fuck up, dude. You're making it old. I don't know. I mean, I get it. He's definitely the face of the UFC now. I mean, he's the man. He's going to have a ton of fans when he's the poster boy. But, goddamn, this shit's so annoying. It's every third video I see on YouTube or Instagram, it's always, Shama. Shama. Hop off his dick, bro. Let's move on.
Skates last time. And this time, when I put you on skates, I'm going to leave you frozen like Elsa.
And what are you feeling right now from the energy in the room?
He touched the subject there because I do this for my family. I do this for the people I love, and I'll fight for you forever. I swear to God. Watch this. Look, I'm a fucking human being. I am a man. I can cry and whoop your ass at the same time.
3 in a row for Duplessis.
Israel Adesanya, man. Listen, I used to be a fan of this guy. I used to really, really fuck with Israel Adesanya. One of my boys way back in the day, way back in high school, showed me Israel Adesanya when he was coming up in the UFC, and I got attached. I mean, up until, the Whitaker fight, I was a huge, huge fan. I mean, watching the Kevin Gastelum fight, these were legendary Adesanya moments, but for me, it was the Yoel Romero fight. That's when the tide started to turn for me. Just the fighting style, I found it uninteresting. But I think for most people, when the tide started turning, was the Sean Strickland fight. I mean, obviously, he's not good on the mic. We've seen it now with Strickland, and we've seen it now with DDP. And I mean, DDP really, really got to him. But Adesanya's not great on the mic. I mean, you can be, posting shit on the internet, doing this and that, but when it comes to talking, you look like a fool. And I mean, you say really, really cringy things, so that's not a good look for you when people are destroying you at press conferences, making you look silly. And yeah, I mean, just some of the fighting style kind of fell off there for a bit. I think against Dricus, he fought well, and I think, you know, if he kept fighting like that, he would have won. But Dricus, the pressure just got to him, and you know, we'll talk about Dricus here in a minute. But right now, we'll stick to Adesanya, and I mean, this I could ramble on and on about Adesanya and just all the things. Like he's had such an up and down career, but let's move on.
Izzy, do you have a response?
When did I become the underdog?
You know, it's a pick'em. It's very.
Nobody said anything about dogs, bro. Chill out.
I said that.
Nah, man, DDP, man. This is kind of like an honorable mention. I wouldn't say I like really root for DDP, but man, I find this dude so fucking funny. I think he's hilarious, man. I mean, that clip is super fucking funny. I was watching that shit live, and I was just like, I was dying. He's just super witty with it, and he's just quick with it, man. He's really good with it. I was actually watching JRE when they were watching the fight. I watched the clips afterwards, and they were talking about how he's such like a good heel, and that's why they hate him for it. And I personally, I really like him for that. I think, I mean, it doesn't hurt to have somebody like that in the UFC who can really get to people. And I think Dricus is one of the first we've seen really, really, really get to people. I mean, Strickland and Adesanya now have both, you know, cried after their encounters with DDP. That's pretty crazy. That's a crazy statistic to have over people. And obviously it's working, at least to some extent. But another thing I like about Dricus is his fighting style, man. He looks so goofy in there fighting, but he wins. Like, he just keeps winning. It's great, man. It's so fucking funny to watch. But yeah, man, that's about all I got for y'all today. If you enjoyed the video, if you could leave a like, that'd be much appreciated. And if you would like to see more content like this, you know, leave a sub, and I'll catch y'all later.